But I ain't inventing the game. I just trying to get some change.
Up next, for the Ballers, they've shown no fear so far this season. Now on the road against one of the toughest tests yet. You can bet they're salivating at the chance to cement their elite standing in this league. The NBA on 2K Sports.
Don't you know I'm loco?
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
The second most votes in the Eastern Conference have gone his way. He'll be a starter for sure.
And that's a byproduct of not just his talent, but of the effort he's put in this season. Nobody works harder than this guy.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Going to be a fantastic weekend. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Scott, and it's Farmer in at the four-man position. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
Now Scott. Pass to Gibson. Outside, Scott. Here's Farmer. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gibson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for 2, Gibson.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. And here is Harkless. About a minute played so far here in the first. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Scott with the ball. Gibson passes to Cooper. Gibson with the screen on Jones. Pass to Scott. Lets it go with the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And so just over a minute and a half played. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Cooper. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Now here's Jones. And that one, good. Here's Scott. There's the steal. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Harkless. And here's Jones. 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. From the line, the rebound by Gibson. Gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Cooper, defended by Jones. Here's Farmer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Jones. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Good on the triple. Farmer's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Inside. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Scott. From downtown, drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Ballers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Harkless. There's the triple. No good on the shot.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Gibson.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Outside, Jones. They need this. The rebound by Cooper.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Now, here's Scott. Still yet to score. Here's Cooper. Pass to Scott for 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they pass the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
First team foul.
Now here's Harkless. He's guarded closely. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Here's Cooper. They set the screen. Outside, Scott fires from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Scott's got 6.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Harkless dishes to Jones. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Farmer passes to Scott. Here's Cooper. Here's Farmer. He's got 6. Cooper with the bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Ballers. 15-point game.
Yeah, and we saw them really play a determined game when it came to chasing down rebounds, getting those good second chance looks. Really love their aggressiveness.
That one is off. Great D that time from Gibson.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
Now here's Jones. Harkless on the wing. The Ballers keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Looking to end the run, and good that time.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Now, here's Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one. Now Harkless. And here's Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
At the line for 2, Johnson.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Good on both. 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Pass to Lanier. Cranes the three-pointer.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Johnson at the elbow. And Harkless pulls it down. Here's Rowe. Jones for 3. And Santos pulls it down. High post Johnson. It's good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Rowe. Now Jones. Driving inside. Rowe passes to Lanier. Now here's Harkless. It's up a 3. That one also a miss for him. Just like the other 3 attempts this game.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Johnson the screen. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Cranes the 19-footer. Johnson's got 8 points. Johnson's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Pass to Rowe. From the arc. Rebound by Johnson. Here's Santos. Top and covering. And here is Johnson. Goes up. And that's off the glass and in. He's got 10.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Pass to Rowe. Here's Bouye. Here's Rowe. Covered by Johnson. Here's Bouye. Clock at 4. And that time, also a missed shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. High post, Johnson. Stripped away. To the middle. Picked off in midair. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Delivering the blowout. We'll get... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
They've got Cooper, and it's Gibson in at the 5. And for the Ballers, they've got Toppin, and it's Rowe in at the center, filling out the middle. Alexander passes to Toppin. Here's Rowe, defended by Gibson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Lanier. No good there off the double clutch.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They've got Miller, and it's Farmer in at the power forward. Here's Cooper, and it's Miller in the corner. Farmer passes to Cooper. Bangs home the trifecta. Cooper's got 10 points in the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And for the Ballers, they've got Toppin, and it's Alexander in at the point guard. Gibson with the steal. Down low, out to Miller. There's the 3. It doesn't go for him. A pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Here's Alexander. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Rowe. And a miss there on the triple. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Cooper. Here's Farmer. They set the pick. Now here is Miller. And it's off from three-point range. To the middle. Here's Toppin. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
I like his aggressiveness, but he has to be able to finish that play. He left points on the table.
No good from Gibson. The Ballers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Pass to Alexander. Here's Rowe, defended by Gibson. Alexander passes to Toppin. Just 5 to shoot. Lanier, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Outside Gibson. Here's Cooper. Back to Gibson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And stolen by Miller. Left side, Gibson. Out to the right wing. Cooper buries it from three-point range. Cooper's got 6 here in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Out left to the wing. Lanier, the pass to Alexander. Here's Lanier. 5 to shoot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rowe passes to Lanier. Toppin with it. Pass to Alexander. Trying to get something going. The rebound by Cooper. Cooper's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Miller. Cooper kicks to Gibson. Here's Cooper. That shot off.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Alexander passes to Rowe. They set the pick. Fires for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Rowe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Cooper. And here is Gibson. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Alexander. Out to the right wing. Buries the long-range jumper.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Let's pause for a moment to show you the teams that have been the best on the glass over the course of the month.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Pass to Farmer. Here's the 3. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
Back to Jones. Fast break. Here they come. Farmer, good. Farmer's got 7 points for the quarter.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Pass to Lanier. Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. Here's Cooper. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Pass to Lanier. And Jones now atop the key. Clock at 6. Here's Lanier. To the right side. To end the run. The rebound by Cooper. Gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter. Well above the 50% mark from the field. Fires the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Cooper's got 18 points in the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Pass to Jones. Here's Lanier. 3-pointers off the mark.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Here's Cooper, defended by Jones. They set the pick. Takes the 3. The shot will not fall. Around 24%. Not a good showing here. Defended by Gibson. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Cooper. Here's Farmer. The tray. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Lanier. To stop the drought. The rebound by Farmer. Farmer's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the wing right side. For the 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And here are the ballers now.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
There's the screen. And here's the fast break. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Well, he had the spotlight. Why not add a little flair?
Pass to Lanier. 6 on the shot clock. Hits it from 3-point range. 5 points in the game.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Cooper. Gibson with the screen on Jones. Launches it. Good on the 3-point shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
To the paint. Unloads from 9. No good. Great D that time from Gibson. Pass to Cooper. Now Gibson. A 3-ball. Cans it from downtown.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Around 24%. Not a good showing here. Over to the wing. Pass to Lanier. The 3. The rebound by Gibson.
Well, if you're struggling like this, unless you have a wide open look, make that next pass.
Here's Cooper.
Gibson. Second personal foul. Substitution on the court.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close.
Your home team
Delivering the blowout.
The visiting
We'll
team.
see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out?
Well, these guys, they've been giving us a preview. Every night you see them do something special.
It's been like that all season long. Amazing showmanship from this entire group. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the home team. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Lights out in this building, 68% from the field. They've got Cooper, and it's Farmer in at the 4. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Jones from outside. A shot off that time. Jones has gone 1 of 4 from the field. Gibson passes to Cooper. Pass to Gibson. Here's Farmer. Lets it go from deep. That shot no good. Outside, Jones. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Here's Farmer. He's got 16. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball, but the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus-minus, give me that group of 5 plus-minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that. Pass to Cooper. Here's Farmer. From outside, off the mark. 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Jones looking for an opening. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the pick from past the arc. The rebound by Farmer. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Scott the pass to Cooper. Here's Farmer. 16 points for him. Pass to Scott from outside the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Scott's got 9.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Outside, Jones. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now here's Harkless. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for. Both good from the line that time. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Harkless. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. That shot off.
At this point, they might need to try something different. Ofer to start the half.
Farmer, good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To stop the run. Good on the bucket. 5 points in the game.
That's their first make out of 5 attempts. It's got to be a relief.
Scott the pass to Cooper. There's the pick. Outside, Scott shoots the three. No good there. The Ballers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Pass to Jones. Over Cooper. Jones, no luck. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Here's Farmer. And the 3 ball is good. Farmer's got 7 now in this quarter.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
Outside, Jones.
Old team foul. Gibson.
Lee's checked in for Scott.
Second team foul. Into the lineup for your home team. Number 1, Lee.
Now Harkless. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the wing. The rebound by Gibson.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. He's perfect from the line this time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pass to Harkless. Cooper against Jones. To the inside. And Gibson sends it down. Miller outside. Back to Gibson. Out to Miller. Bobbed up there for Gibson.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Will it go? No good that time. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Cooper. Lee outside. Outside Gibson. Here's Farmer from deep. And no good that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
The 3. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
There's a screen. The baseline J. The rebound by Gibson.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Cooper a screen on Jones. Pass to Farmer. That 3 off the mark. And here are the Ballers now. Outside, Jones. To end the cold streak. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. That one good for 2. Farmer's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Now here's Harkless, covered by Lee. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Lee with the steal. And they're moving it up. Here's Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Miller outside. Three-pointer hits the three-point bomb. Miller's got his second basket of the night.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Nothing from the field to speak of so far. Pretty rough shooting night, and now it's affecting the entire team.
Three-pointer connects from three-point range.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
Pass to Lanier. This one for 3. That one no good. 1:22 left to play in the third. Into the lane, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Here's Rowe. Takes a 3. Doesn't go that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Farmer. Rebounded by Rowe. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lanier, the pass to Harkless. To halt the run. Off target from three-point range. Fires from way outside. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blow. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Alexander, and it's Jones in at the force line. Three-pointer. Lanier, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Farmer, and he uses the glass on the layup. Farmer's got 30.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Alexander passes to Lanier. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for two, Cooper.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He's guarded by Cooper. For three. The rebound by Gibson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Scott. Now here's Gibson. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Alexander passes to Jones. Here's Lanier. Pass to Alexander. Here's Rowe. Defended by Gibson. Here's Lanier. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Farmer. And here is Scott. Shoots it. Rebounded by Rowe. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Steps back. Here's Lanier. And Gibson sends it back. Pass to Scott. Down low. Here's Farmer. Here's Cooper. To the middle. Here's Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
3 shots.
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Cooper. Here's the screen. Outside Gibson. Just 5 to shoot. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Lanier. Fires the 3. The rebound by Cooper. Cooper's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Scott finds Gibson. The layup off target. The Ballers have gone 0-6 in the fourth quarter. A disastrous start to the period. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game format, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. To the paint, the steal, pushing it up, moving it up, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Pass to Lanier. Right wing. Looking to get it going. The rebound by Farmer.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Ballers. Lanier, the pass to Rowe. Pass to Lanier. Trying to end the drought. He's off on that one.
Boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Cooper a screen on Jones. Now, here's Scott. Here's Cooper. Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range. Cooper's got 27 points.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Here's Gibson. On the wing, Scott. And you think about the balance of power between the conferences. How about this, Greg? In the last 26 years, there have only been 3 Eastern Conference teams favored to win the NBA Finals.
2011 Heat, the 2013 Heat, and then the 2024 Boston Celtics. So for those arguing for top 16 seeding in the playoffs, this might be your go-to stat.
Cooper, the pass of Farmer. There's the pick. And here is Scott. Misses the jumper.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Rowe. That one's off. Still out of sync. Gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Scott dishes to Gibson. Farmer passes to Gibson. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Pass to Rowe. Puts one up from 19. Great D that time from Gibson.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Farmer. Fires the 3. That shot off the mark. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
And he makes both free throws.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Scott the pass to Gibson. Here's Farmer. Back to Gibson. Inside. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Man, he has been great in this quarter, really involved. I love how they're using him.
Now the Ballers with it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Harkless. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Farmer. Farmer's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Down low. Here's Gibson. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And that's a good look for him. He just couldn't connect.
So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off, coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
Nice D from Scott.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Pass to Gibson. Here's Farmer. From downtown. He doesn't hit that one. And here are the Ballers now. Harkless on the wing. There's a good screen. They need this one. Basket good.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the